Why is it that some connections are effortless? We're finishing each other's sentences. It's like we're destined to be together, while other connections are like a missed high five. Astrologically, we can actually understand why when we look at two birth charts together. This is something we call synastry, and it's an ancient practice of understanding compatibility, differences, as well as soul growth between two individuals. I'm going to give you the 4 different things that I look for when I am looking at two different charts together to understand compatibility, as well as what I compare in my birth chart to other people to see if it's a match. This can be romantic, platonic, familial, all the above. If you're new here, I'm Panchita Artista, an award-winning multimedia artist and astrologer, channeling the magic of the stars into creation with the hands. Let's get into it. Number 1, are there any overlapping placements? Are any of the big 3, sun, moon, and rising, the same in someone's chart? Are there any of the same placements with the inner planets of Mercury, Venus, and Mars? This really gives me an indication of similar interests, similar personality traits, and definite similar lived experiences, which of course can create more immediate type of connection and understanding. Number 2, the descendant. Now, at the time of our birth, there is a constellation that is rising over the eastern horizon. This is our ascendant/rising sign. At the exact same time, there's a constellation that is setting over the western horizon. This is our descendant. While the rising connects to the self, the descendant connects to the other. It very much gives an indication of the different types of things we're attracted to for our committed relationships, as well as how we may also be in our committed relationships. So I'm looking at the descendants of each chart and seeing where they fall in the other party's chart. Say one participant's descendant falls in their partner's chart in an area that has to do with career. This may give an indication that the two met in more of a work setting. Maybe they're really great business partners. They're working on projects together that are forwarding momentum in that area of their lives. One person's descendant falls in an area of the other's chart that has to do with home and family. They may very much represent that home and family dynamic that they're used to. It could be a very fortuitous indication that they could start a family together. Perhaps one's descendant falls in the other person's chart that has more to do with dating, activities, fun hobbies. This could be an indication that maybe it's a passing fancy and to enjoy it while it lasts. Number 3, Venus signs. This is a big one. Venus is the planet of relationships, of romance, of beauty, of love, of self-care, of pleasure. Always look at two people's Venus signs to see how they interact with each other, to see if they're in mutual reception in an area of each chart where they get along. Maybe they might be in signs that don't necessarily do too great together. This could give a huge indication of where the relationship may experience some friction, where there may be more work and growth that needs to be put into it. And the 4th thing, Juno. Now, Juno is a goddess asteroid in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. And I love working with the asteroids. They're a direct connection to Greek and Roman mythology, and they really give a deeper understanding and more context to our charts. Juno is a representation of our soul connection, of essentially the qualities that we're looking for in a soulmate. Looking at each participant's Juno sign and where it overlaps in the other person's chart really gives me an indication of if this is long lasting, if it is meant to be, or if it's something that is a little bit shorter, which doesn't negate how important the relationship may be for that individual's overall growth. So the 4 things I look for in a synastry chart are: number 1, overlapping placements; 2, the descendant; 3, Venus sign; and 4, Juno sign. If you're curious if it's a match, you can come and join me on Galentine's and Valentine's Day for a very special double night event. I'll be reading synastry charts in an event I'm calling Cosmic Hearts, one night at Cranky Angel and one night at Love Locked, 2 fabulous female-owned businesses here in Jersey City. Be sure to comment Cosmic for more information. And if this was helpful, I'll see you next time. Adios.